constructed a new railway line from Rajbari to Tungipara in Gopalganj at a cost of over 20 billion Taka, to facilitate operation of 14 trains a day on the route. But the reality is in stark contrast, as only 2 trains have been operating on this line since its inauguration. There are a total of 8 railway tracks that the previous government constructed with billions of Taka, but are yielding little benefit. The other lines are Pabna to Dhalar Char, Laksham and Cumilla, to Chinki Astana in Chattogram, Dohazari in Chattogram to Cox's Bazar, Akhaura in Brahmanbaria to Laksham in Cumilla, and Khulna to Mongla, Akhaura to Agartala, and Dhaka to Jashore via the Padma bridge. The government spent 715 billion Taka in total to construct these 8 rail tracks, but the benefits have been far below the promises. Therefore, these are being labeled as white elephant projects. Some of the railway projects were taken under political considerations, while some on the advice of financing countries, and others at the behest of contractors. These have now turned into a burden for the people. 6 of the 8 projects were implemented by Chinese contractors, while the remaining 2 by Indian contractors. Bangladeshi entities worked as construction partners in 5 projects. Among the Bangladeshi companies, Max Group and Toma Construction received the maximum number of works. In 2010, a project to renovate the 78-kilometer-old railway line between Rajbari and Tungipara, and to construct 44 kilometers of broad-gauge main line, and 8 kilometers of branch line, was approved. Initially, the cost was estimated at 110.1 billion Taka, with a deadline set for 2013. The construction cost finally rose to 203.5 billion Taka, and the project was completed after 5 years in 2018. Max Infrastructure and Toma Construction Limited have constructed new railway tracks, bridges, and station buildings. Is underway to construct a new railway line from Madhukali in Faridpur through Gopalganj to Magura. The estimated cost was 120.2 billion Taka. Approximately 25 kilometers of railway line is being constructed. China Railway Group and Bangladesh's Castle Construction won the contract. The project to construct the railway line from Ishwardi and Pabna to Dhalar Char was approved in 2010, with a completion target by 2015. However, the railway line was completed in 2018. Initially, the estimated cost was 9.83 billion Taka, which later increased to 17.15 billion Taka. The project did not include a feasibility study, and no trains ran on the line for 2 years after its inauguration. In 2020, the Dhalar Char Express, a pair of trains, began operating to Chapana, though 10 trains were supposed to be operated. Padma Bridge Railway Link, a 169-kilometer railway line from Dhaka to Jashore, is being constructed under the Padma Bridge Railway Link project. A segment of this railway line made operational. The project proposal states that once completed, the new railway line will accommodate 24 pairs, or 48 trains, daily for passengers and freight. With 10 passenger trains currently running, though freight services have yet to commence. There are plans to introduce a few passenger and possibly freight trains once the Jashore segment. The project, which began in 2018, initially had an estimated cost of 349.89 billion Taka. After awarding the contract, the cost increased to approximately 392.47 billion Taka. Chattogram to Cox's Bazar, the 101-kilometer railway line from Dohazari and Chattogram to Cox's Bazar was constructed at a cost of TK 154.76 billion, with 2 trains running 4 times daily between Dhaka and Cox's Bazar. Additionally, a train operates twice daily between Chattogram and Cox's Bazar, though not regularly. According to the project proposal, it was expected at least 50% of tourists traveling to Cox's Bazar from across the country would use the rail service. It was expected that 3.92 billion Taka can be earned from passenger transport, and 500 billion Taka from freight in the first year of inauguration. The project was divided into 2 segments. The Dohazari-Chakaria section, which was constructed by China Railway Engineering Corporation and Bangladesh's Toma Group, and the Chakaria Cox's Bazar section, completed by China Certification and Inspection Company and Max Infrastructure. Khulna to Mongla and Akhaura to Agartala. New railway lines from Khulna to Mongla and Akhaura to Agartala have been constructed with Indian loans. A train began operating on the Khulna-Mongla route 6 months after the inauguration. However, the Akhaura-Agartala service has yet to start. When the Khulna-Mongla railway line project was initiated in 2010 at a cost of 17.21 billion Taka, it was said that connecting Mongla port by rail would bring about a silent revolution in the economy. The project, initially slated for completion in 3 years, took 13 years, with costs rising to 42.61 billion Taka after 5 revisions of the proposal. Railway sources indicate that the Khulna-Mongla and Akhaura-Agartala projects were driven by Indian interest.